Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. Um, I came across this news clipping that came out yesterday by Maui Alert. Um, as you can see with the title, says Maui Police Department hides Lahaina fire video. This news reporter is talking about how body cam footage of police officers has been held back for quite some time, and now they've released it, but not all of it. They've released some, which is kind of strange in my opinion. This gentleman here said that they filed for this information months ago. Obviously, it's been 3 months. August, September, October. Yeah, nearly 3 months. And supposedly they're holding back on some of the police officer body cam. And it makes you wonder why. It makes you wonder, where is all that footage? I mean, I refuse to believe that all their camera was off. All their cameras were off, and especially cameras on their vehicles. But before I go any further, I just want to say thank you to all my new subscribers on here, YouTube, and on Rumble. If you like the content, don't forget to please comment, share, subscribe. Pass it around, hit the notification bell, and also, if you'd like to help out the channel, you can donate to my links, which I put in the description, which is my Cash App and my PayPal. But let's get into this video, and you'll see exactly what he's talking about. And like I said before, the police chief has been very suspect. Him, the mayor, the governor, the fire chief, okay, the one that was in charge of the sirens on Daya. I mean, everybody just seems so suspect, and it makes people wonder. But without further ado, let's listen to what he has to say.
Everyone, Paul Laker here at police headquarters in Wailuku with an important story to tell you about this afternoon regarding the police department's failure to provide public records. Now, let me set the stage for you. This is an issue that involves that body-worn video, the cameras that are on police officers as they're out there in the field. Well, Maui Alert requested that video months ago, right after the Lahaina fire, after we were hearing all kinds of reporting out there by members of the public that the Maui Police Department essentially failed in many ways, including the allegations that they kept people from escaping, they blocked escape routes, they were not allowing people to access roads that could have gotten them out of the way. A lot of people said that they just didn't see any police officers out there trying to assist people that much. So there were a lot of allegations that we were hoping to verify one way or the other through that body-worn video camera video. But we requested that, like I said, a couple of months ago. It took the Maui Police Department several weeks to even respond to the request. Once it did, it charged us at least $400 and then some to go ahead and fulfill the research they said on that request. Then yesterday they released that video, a fraction of it that we requested in a news conference to our competitors, released a fraction of it to us today. Obviously we didn't.
Okay, right there I find that suspect. It's almost as if they're picking and choosing who they want to give the footage to. If anybody remembers correctly, there was a media blackout for a while, okay? Especially around the burn zone, and also there was a blackout for anybody flying a drone. The police chief, I mean, time and time again, from the day right after the fire happened, was saying that his officers did the best to try to rescue people and stuff like that. But yet, I mean, so many conflicting reports, so many testimonies of people who have come out saying otherwise, saying that they were being bottlenecked and they were being trapped and they were being rerouted, to be trapped in, to be corralled in. And some of the footage that we do see of the police is like during the roadblocks. Okay, not saying that all the police were doing that and that there weren't any out there trying to rescue people. I'd like to believe that there were some out there that took it upon themselves to go around rescuing people. But the thing is, where is all that body cam footage from every single officer, not only on them, but also you would think they'd have the cameras rolling in their vehicles. Okay. I just find it very strange, and a lot of people have been asking about this, so this is nothing new. It's just that why wait so long, you know, for to let this footage out and then give it to certain news medias and only give a fraction, like he just said, to his news media outlet. But let's continue.
Didn't get it before anybody else. We got it afterwards, and we're not invited to that news conference.
Oh, how
and
convenient.
The reason that they decided to do that, they claim, is because they say that now this is under investigation. But in the news conference yesterday, the police chief said that the video proves that his department did a great job during all this, that how can anybody question what a great job the Maui Police Department did? At least that's how the Maui Times reports things. Well,
you see, that's the thing. You know, the police chief kept coming out and saying every time he was being asked, you know, all the why questions, it was always like, well, we're out there doing our best and we did, and that's all false statements. And when the mayor, you know, was asked, his pompous response was, no, you got your information from some, you know, some content creator or something like that, you know, some social media outlet, you know, trying to condescend the people that were asking the questions as if they didn't know what the hell they were talking about, you know. And again, for them to have a total media blackout, and now they want to give out bits and pieces, okay, instead of the whole thing. It's just like, you know, the police chief, he's supposedly the coroner. So where are all the coroner, you know, where's the coroner's reports? Where are all the reports? The coroner's reports. Now, I understand that it will take some time. I get it. I mean, it's a lot of people still missing. Okay, a lot of people still missing, and children missing, so let's not forget that. But you mean to tell me that he doesn't have at least 20 coroner reports or anything like that? You know, at least, I mean, I don't know exactly how many police officers work in the police department there, but you don't have at least, you know, body cam footage from at least 10 of them, 15 of them. You know, if there was nothing to hide, where's the body cam footage for all the police officers that were directing traffic on the roadblocks, that civilians were taking videos of them being blocked in and being rerouted to dangerous areas? But let's continue.
that is not exactly the case. I should say the Maui News reports things. That is not exactly the case, at least according to the people out there in the public. And so we don't know whether the people out there in the public that are saying all these allegations that are completely contrary to what the police department said are actually accurate, or if in fact the police department is accurate, because we only have a fraction of that video that we requested. So I will tell you that Maui Alert is no stranger to asking the hard questions. We are no stranger to holding those in power accountable. We push for answers, and we don't accept just the party line when we do our investigations. We dig deeper.
The way it should be.
And we are, frankly, in the community, really the only news organization that acts that way, that is aggressive, that takes that part of journalism very seriously. And
I'm glad he said that, because besides him, I've seen O'Keefe Media Group go out there and ask, and even in that video that I made, it showed how standoffish Maui officials were with him, and there's been other people out there putting out content that, if anybody remembers, Hawaii Real Estate, they were stopped by cops telling them, that they couldn't film, they needed to get in their vehicles and leave the area. So a lot of this cover up, a lot of this stuff is so suspect. And the police chief, the governor and the mayor, they expect everybody to just go along and say, you know what? Well, they're right. We don't have the right to know. No, everybody has the right to know what the hell happened. Because if this really was, an act of nature the way they're saying it is, and it wasn't due to incompetence or anything other, or anything nefarious, then why hide vital information from the media, from the people? Why degrade and why condescend other people's stories when they're trying to explain what they saw from their point of view? It's just so damn disgusting the way, they're doing things. and it's still going on. It's still happening. Look at how long it's been. And this guy, his organization, they just got some, body cam footage, just fractions of it, as if saying, like, listen, just so you'll see that we're transparent, we'll give you some, but we're going to give our, lapdogs a little more than you, but we're not giving everybody the whole story. And like I said, that right there in itself is just so damn suspect. But let's continue.
As a result, obviously, we're not on the top of everybody's guest list. And yesterday, the Maui Police Department, for whatever reason, whether that was the reason or it had some other reason, we don't know, but nonetheless, it didn't have to contend with us being at that news conference, was able to hand out that video that we requested months ago to our competitors, spin it with the story about how great everybody did, and then said the rest of it's under investigation, so we can't.
Yeah, you see, that's garbage right there, man. I'm sorry, that's a load of bullshit. These guys, they go and ask for the information first. Nobody else did, just them. And then they'll go and give it to their lapdogs, okay? Give them scraps. And then, like you heard them say, they'll spin it around and say, no, we did a great job. No, I'm sorry, but all the proof shows that, you know what? If one cop did one thing good, like I said, I'd like to believe that there were some cops out there that were trying to do the right thing. But from all the footage that I've seen of all the police officers that have been standoffish, of government officials, political officials being standoffish, you cannot put that veil over, at least over my eyes, and tell me, no, we did a good job, don't you think? Because I'd be the first one to say, no, you did a shitty job, and you're treating people like crap. And it's just beyond me how still there's not an investigation by political officials. Still Congress has not stepped in, and this is something that a lot of answers, are not being given. There are way too many questions. And like I said in my other videos before, they're going to keep trying to push this in a way for it to just fade away. And I'm very surprised at all the other media outlets in Hawaii, being that it's an island and is very tight knit. If it's true what this man is saying, it just shows the corruption, the reach of the corrupt, in that region where they got their hands in. But at the same time, it's not surprising. But let's continue.
Can't release it. So a lot to unpack here, folks. I will tell you that the Maui Police Department is not the only department in Maui County that has failed to release video, failed to release public records, has ignored public records requests, in our view, violated the public records law. So we are actively pursuing that. I will tell you in full disclosure, we are in fact now pursuing legal measures against both the
as they should.
Maui Police Department and other departments that have frankly scoffed the public records law, their interpretation of the law notwithstanding, and in addition to that, just many what we view as flagrant violations of the public records law. So even the Maui Police Department, in the estimation of Maui Alert, is not above the law. The public records law is out there for a reason. We expect them and any other public agency to abide by it. Those are our records as the public, and we deserve to have those records, especially in this time, to tell us exactly what happened. Unclear whether the PR strategy here was to slow walk this, hope that the hard questions would die down, public interest would die down, and they could walk out this.
See, and that's exactly what their plan is. Not probably, that's exactly what their plan is. I'm glad he's saying it. Okay, because I've been saying it for the past, month and a half, if not more, that they're trying to phase this out. They're hoping that people would just start forgetting. The governor opening up Lahaina and Maui, that was a bad move. But it makes sense what he's trying to do. He's trying to get enough people in there. He's trying to distract people, but with all the tourism and all that. So like that, this whole story keeps fading away. And you can't let it fade away. That's why I keep telling people, you got to keep supporting the people here in Maui and Lahaina. Okay, the natives. This is not over by a long shot, and I've been saying it for the longest. This is not over by a long shot for these people, for the victims. It definitely is not. But let's continue.
This video at a later time. We don't know the answer to that. Obviously, the Maui Police Department doesn't provide insight into why they make the decisions that they make.
But of course they wouldn't. It's because they're corrupt.
Much scorn and controversy, a lot of criticism about what went on that day on Lahaina 8th and into 9th, and where the blame may fall on the Maui Police Department. Now, and I do want to be clear, those were the allegations about people on the front lines, but those allegations also included a lot of nuance there, that was that those police officers were getting their commands from commanders, from somebody else, the people higher up the food chain. So,
and that's facts right there also. I mean, I put out a couple of videos where it shows the certain police, you know, like one of them was at one of the donation banks, where the police officer was over the loudspeaker telling them that they're closing it down. And you can hear the people, you know, asking, like, what do you mean you're closing it down? Like, what's going on? You know, and he says it, you know, this came from a higher up. And the same thing on Front Street. Another police officer, you know, blocking people off and people asking questions. And the same thing came out of his mouth. Okay? This is from a higher up. So who in the hell are these higher ups that were telling these police officers to act like this? Who gave them these kind of orders to put people's lives in danger? And I honestly believe the reason why they are hiding a lot of this body cam footage is because obviously you would hear it over, you know, over their systems saying, listen, do this, do that. I mean, it wasn't like, I mean, unless they were being called on their cell phones. But either way, if the body cam footage is running, if the cameras inside the police cruisers are running, it's going to pick up every conversation. And nothing should be redacted. There's nothing to hide. Okay? If they're going to say, no, it's too graphic. No, I don't think so. How more graphic can it be than the people that actually were standing there witnessing, you know, all this carnage? There's nothing graphic about it. Enough footage has come out for people to know how much chaos, how much carnage went on. If you ask me, they're hiding a lot of that body cam footage. It's because of what's being said, okay? Who they're getting their orders from, obviously, and they're trying to hide it. But let's continue.
Essentially, you could look at it as the police officers were just following orders, which most people would expect a police officer to do. But why were they given those orders? What was the command structure?
Exactly.
How many people were out there? Those are all big questions that Maui Alert continues to investigate, and we're asking for your help. Please share this video. Please comment about what you think in the comment section. And if you can, help Maui Alert financially. We're going to leave a link here in the video so you can help us out, give us a financial gift, because we have some expenses coming up to investigate this stuff. We're not going to let up. And like I said, we are the organization in the community that is going to get the answers, because it truly is, in many cases, a matter of life and death, as we've seen. Certainly a huge issue in terms of good governing, and there are plenty of issues here in the county of Maui that need to be cleaned up in terms of good governance. And
exactly.
We are working on it hard, and we want your help. And we want to be your partner in doing that. So go ahead and give us a like, give us a subscribe, and most importantly, if you can, donate a few bucks if you got them, because we're going to put it to good use and getting the answers here. That's it for now, everybody. In Wailuku.
And I'll leave a link in the description, people. If there's any way, you know, you guys can reach out to them, you know, a reputable way, like he's saying, you know, like he said, help them out, do it. You know, it's not easy for, you know, independent media outlets to go out there and do their job. You know, they're frowned upon and they're vilified. But the funny thing is that they put out 99% of the truth, you know, and it's information that the powers that be, you know, political officials or whoever it is, they don't want the truth out. Okay. I mean, I was looking at a post on Facebook today. Okay. And it's a meme about Joe Biden leaving, you know, billions of dollars of military equipment in Afghanistan. And Facebook put a disclaimer on it saying that, you know, their fact checkers checked it out and there's no proof of that. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, you must be out of your damn mind. You know, General Milley said it himself. of how they had to leave stuff behind. So how in the hell, what fact checker did Facebook get to say that, you know, that information is false when General Milley, okay, has been questioned time and time and time again about the debacle in Afghanistan? What kind of racket, you know, are they trying to run that so that means that you're saying that General Milley's a liar? So if he's a liar, you know, then what does that make you? You know, so guys like him, guys like, you know, James O'Keefe and stuff like that that are getting in and getting actual information, they're being censored. A lot of people are being censored. And this is not right. This is crimes against humanity, what happened in Maui, if they're going to be censoring stuff like this and not giving out the right information. It's disgusting. And the police chief needs to be investigated. He needs to be relieved of his duty. The governor, the mayor, all of them. And the people in Maui need help in order to do this. In what way, I don't know. I mean, I know it's harder because it's, you know, it's an island. It's off the mainland. But if there's any lawyers, if there's anybody out there that can help them legally, I mean, like seriously, like put their foot to the pedal and say, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take on this case. We're going to investigate. I mean, it has to be pushed hard. And especially it has to be pushed hard against Congress and this so-called, you know, buffoon we have as a president. Because I still can't understand why that man only went there for, you know, just for a few and that's it. And it's been crickets with people in Congress about what's happening in Maui, in Lahaina. You know, it's insane. It really is. But I'll leave a link in the description for his site. Give him a thumbs up, you know, show him some love, subscribe. Do the same for me if you already haven't. Again, also, like I said, you know, please comment, like, subscribe on my channel. And I'm leaving links. If anybody, you know, cares to try to help on my channel through donations, I'll leave my Cash App and PayPal info. And don't give up. Pass the information around. Pass this video around. Throw it on TikTok. Do it anywhere you can. Just keep putting out this information. Okay? Because when you got people on the inside trying to suppress the truth, and you got people in social media like Facebook and all that suppressing the truth, I mean, it's not right. It's just not right. Okay? For all these people that want to suppress the truth, for them to come out and say that we're on the side of what's right and what's righteous, but only if you believe what we tell you. If you don't believe the truth, that's bullshit in my eyes. I'm sorry. And if I had to guess, I mean, that's bullshit in the eyes of 98% of the people in the world. I mean, give me a break, man. This is ridiculous. But anyway, that's what I got for you. So don't forget to please comment, like, share, hit that notification, pass it around, and you know, help this gentleman out, his media outlet, the people of Maui. Okay, because they need it, and keep praying for them. Absolutely. So till then, remember, stay vigilant, keep praying, and keep praying for each other. Peace.